And this will go as a touch. We'll begin things at the 25. Slot man moves right. Drake will start the drive on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Plays like that will really help this offense settle in here on the road.
And when you go on the road, you also have to deal with the fans as well. And when you have those types of runs, that'll settle them back into their seats.
Now Jackson on first down. Oh, he pulls over him. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Jackson on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On second down, it's Drake. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 39. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 19. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down, escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through, and the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. They'll go again with Dobbins. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. He's got a man complete. The 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. C.D. Lamb, 79 yards. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best play is just up from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one better than 20 miles an hour. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. To throw is Jackson. They'll set up the screen to Drake. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Jackson. Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes, because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
On 2nd and 10, Jackson.
Right side, there's Likely with it.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target. And that's...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Well, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
Taken from about the 12. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. Now Prescott on 4th down. Open man is Noah Brown. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Prescott now from the 50. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Room here to run. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Prescott looks to throw on first. Swinging this out for Pollard. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be a touchdown, Cowboys! Dak Prescott with a connection to CeeDee Lamb. And the Cowboys are back within a score. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it leads down to a field goal at 17-14. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment. Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Taking it about the 36. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Prescott's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. 1st down, Prescott. This will be caught once again by Brown. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And with 1 second left, they get the timeout, and they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. Marr able to put this one through, and that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This will be fielded inside the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the 3rd quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. Here's Prescott. Forced out to his left. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action now. Prescott. Man open downfield is Gallup. He's got it. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. On 1st and 10, Prescott. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Play fake. Here's Prescott. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup, 30 yards. And the Cowboys have moved out in front. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Throwing is Jackson. This goes out right for Drake. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there.
And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively, getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. He got out of the pocket there. Was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling. His receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Yeah, he was able to shed one tackle, but could not get away from there. Anthony Barr in on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Jackson. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
On 3rd down, Jackson. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to get it back here just past the 35. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. trying to run forward with Pollard. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Prescott on first down. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 72 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust because your first...
And he's going to go down. He's sacked before he can get rid of the football. And they remain down by a point. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, then he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
On play action, Prescott. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. There he goes left side. 20, 10, 5. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points, and that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick 6 hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the fourth. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Prescott. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react. and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Now a run up the middle with Drake. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this third down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
On third down, Drake. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot. This to perhaps salt this one away. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Tonight, we've got the crew.
Although we in love, we are not the same. I hit you on that celly.
just about 9 miles from downtown Manhattan as EA Sports brings you to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Green Bay Packers and the New York Jets. Here's the punter, Braden Mann, set to do the honors, and we are underway at MetLife Stadium. Pulls it in at the 13, and able to get this out to the... Rodgers going to the air to start things out. This one swung out here to Jones. Finding space at the 40. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On play action. Now Rodgers. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there. Here facing 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers and able to find Allen Lazard. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 38-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And Lazard's got it again. And he'll be brought down at the 27. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
On second down, it's Jones. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. He'll buy some time right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Nice job escaping the pocket. Boy, he took the shot downfield towards the end zone, didn't he? Trying to go for 6. It just wasn't there against that coverage. They were ready to prevent the big play.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. To throw again on second down. Rodgers, a left side completion to Jones. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on...
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. White. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now White with a first down throw. Going right back to Wilson. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Three 0 after 1 on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Even with him busting through the contact, he'll still be stopped just inside the 35. On 2nd and 9, White. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. A play fake, now White. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
So many times I advocate not challenging coverage downfield, but on this play, I thought he made an excellent decision to actually do so. If that had been complete, that would have been one for the highlight reel.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And the Packers are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Drops it to Jones in the flat. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down. In motion left is Cobb. To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. This is Lazard with a catch out left. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. On second down and 4. Rodgers will drop this underneath for Jones. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. The kick by Crosby is good, and they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
That's a screenplay here for Carter. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Uncorks one for Davis. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. On play action, it's Rodgers. Open man, this is Lewis. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will make this a 9-point lead. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. Fields it right around the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Robinson up the middle. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw, White. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Rasul. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Washington Commanders and the Cleveland Browns. Joey Slye, the kicker, stands ready. And off we go from Cleveland. Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not. Him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. First play, Watson to the air. This complete to David Bell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Watson. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
They will indeed snap it to Watson.
Tries the right side, and he finds Bell.
And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down on a well-designed play there. That gets him 16 to move the chains.
I know they got the first down, but Brandon, I still don't like the call going for it there. Yeah, they got it. But I would have punted the ball there, played some field position. I mean, it's okay to end drives and kicks, right? You know, we've heard that from different guys before. Remember, a kick's either a punt, right, field goal, or a point after touchdown. It's okay to end it in a kick.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Faking the give. Now Watson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Back to throw. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before you get the first down.
There we go on 4th. Watson. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And this defense holds on the night's opening drive. Wentz bringing the Commanders out for 1st and 10 at the 40. Shotgun now for Wentz. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left them no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz. It's tipped, but it doesn't matter. He still catches it. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 25-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. We're scoreless after one. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Gibson. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Working from the gun, Wentz. That's out wide here for Robinson. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with miss.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Commanders post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. So with 2nd and goal, still had a couple of downs to work with. They tried the sneak, and they got in.
I like the idea that they did it early in the down and distance count. 2nd down as opposed to waiting later on. I think it fooled them a little bit, but how about the push they got up front to get the quarterback through?
Big push and a touchdown to boot. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger. Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down, trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. On 4th down, Watson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. On the give, here's Robinson. It was Taven Bryan who got him down defensively.
Robinson with another carry.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready. It looked for that run pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. The 30. 10, 5. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets them on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week, when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They'll wind up getting just a yard. And it's 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's taken down. This will be a Browns sack. Miles Garrett. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score.
No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the 3rd quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey,
there he goes, right side. Touchdown, Washington. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, 1 play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, 1 play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. From the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, they try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Watson. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 26. Throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Watson. That's out to Chubb, complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Watson looks to throw again. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Bell from 10 yards out. And the Browns are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. The York on now for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And Gibson decides against bringing it out. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And we got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown. So every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And this is going to be a Commander's first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
On play action, Wentz. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
It'd be interesting to see what he decides to do the next time he's in the position we just saw there. Outside of the pocket, takes a throw downfield, it turns up incomplete. I wonder if next time he might take off and run.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wentz. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Hand off now to Robinson. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 38, Wentz looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
They'll run here with Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Wentz. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
On 3rd down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by John Johnson. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 41. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
From the 50, it's Watson. Quick throw, and he's got Amari Cooper. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. On 1st and 10, Watson. He finds his man, complete. It's Grant. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Hunt running left. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Watson going to try and run it. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Watson. They'll roll him out right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now Watson. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Browns have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly on a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Great, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
York able to send this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, you know, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And it finally kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. John Johnson with the INT. And the Browns are in great shape here as they take over for first.
Jack hit me up and said I gotta beat it down, turn me up.
We are about 10 miles or so southwest of downtown Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and the Los Angeles Chargers. The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And we are underway in Southern California.
Throwing first play is Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. Herbert on third down now.
This is swung out to Eckler. And he is going to have the Chargers first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Well, that's how you use your safety valve, CD. He didn't appear to be the intended target, but they got it to him, and he was able to get just enough to pick up the first.
And what a great example of where we are right now in the NFL, because if you're a running back, you're not just going to carry it. You got to catch it out of the backfield as well. Those combo guys, they're the ones everyone wants on their team.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested, because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolded.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. Drops it to Jones in the flat.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. 2nd and 8.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. Throwing now is Rodgers. And his throw here is incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it took up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try.
The kick by Crosby is good, and the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
The Charger drive about to get going. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on, and you're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football.
It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, had a nice return on top of it, all the way to the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy made the play. He gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation, time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Charger drive about to get going. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. The Hippocratic Oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor there. But thank you, Dr. Davis. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. (10-0) the score after 1 on EA Sports. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. Such a costly interception, nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
Touchdown! Aaron Rodgers hitting Alan Lazard. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they have no answer for that.
And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on the 2-point try. touchdown. Here's Crosby to kick it away. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On first down, Justin Herbert. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe ground here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
On second down, Eckler. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 32. 40 yards rushing for him now to this point. And this offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Steps away to his left. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And he is going to have the Chargers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
3rd and short, and they decided not to run for it, and he's able to escape the pressure, finds a clear throwing lane outside the pocket, gets the completion, and picks up the first down.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Rasul Douglas picks it, and the Packers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Yeah, boy, and it's tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. Second down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Rodgers. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. Rodgers going to throw. And he'll just get rid of it.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just lob one toward the bench. Not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
They'll run it with Jones. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Successive penalties have them looking now at a 1st and 20. Michelle running up the gut. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 9 big yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Rolling to his right. And this will be caught in the end zone for the Chargers touchdown. Gerald Everett from 19 yards away. And the Chargers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Brandon Staley telling his troops to stay out there and go for 2. And he is in for the 2 points. And they're back within a score as the lead's cut to 8. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. Taken at about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with a little under a minute to go, it's still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw here pulled in by Lazard. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lewis. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Rodgers to throw once more. Catch made by the running back, Aaron Jones. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
First and goal, Green Bay.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. The final shot before half for Rodgers. And it's a Packers touchdown. Randall Cobb in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers will extend their lead here just before halftime. And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kickoff as well, so they can break this one wide open before the other guys have a chance to possess the football.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who does have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And he'll go out of bounds all the way down inside the 35. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. This fielded right at the goal line. Well, now how about this return?
Another one. We got another one. It's her. Who that? Big baby slide through in that drop top. Something by Benz looking cute. That's honest. Her and her friends, big blinks and snatch waist. Yeah, she brought the. Ain't no way somebody daddy ain't gonna give her the spins with her ends. Cause yeah, she did it. She did it again. A few more tracks and this time she bought friends. Big baby on her way up and showed the stairs to a man's. Not salute the general. TGLX got plans, yeah. Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
They don't know what they info if it coming like this on the.
We are about 10 miles or so southwest of downtown Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Los Angeles Chargers. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway in Southern California. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10. At their own 18-yard line.
Herbert going to go to the air right away. It's Williams on the catch. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
But that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
2 big runs here to start this game. How about the offensive line? They came out firing. Great leverage, great punch to get this thing started.
And now this unit on the move already. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now it's Herbert. They'll find Everett there, complete. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be ridden out of bounds all the way down to the 15-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
This is a counter play. Eckler. Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yards.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Herbert jogs off, and out comes Dustin Hopkins to take this kick for L.A. on 4th down. Hopkins' kick is good, and the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. That was a long, sustained opening drive, but in the end, only able to get 3, the field goal out of it.
And absolutely, you'll take the points and the early leads. You never give those back. But there will be a little bit of disappointment that they didn't punch it in for 6 after that kind of yardage and that kind of drive that they had.
Ryan and the Colts getting set here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Just to pick up a 3, but that is indeed enough.
The way this game is going, the way that they possess the ball on the other side of the field, you go 3 and out here, you might not see the ball again until the 2nd quarter.
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And some room to work. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. The ball is free. Taylor lost it and picked up by the Chargers. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
This drive didn't end well, but if they can keep stringing these together, they'll like what they're doing. That was an 8-play drive before it ended in a fumble. So the takeaway's got to be doing what we want to do and doing it well. Just got to take care of the ball at the end.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one did I go from there.
On the move past the 40. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there. And he rifles one incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially. So he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Herbert. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. They'll get this over the middle here to Palmer. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, first and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. Herbert throwing again. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Here's Herbert. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Herbert jogs off, and out comes Dustin Hopkins to take this kick for L.A. on 4th down. Hopkins' kick is good, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So able to add on to their first half lead here, Charles, forcing the miscue with a fumble and then turning that into 3 points.
Yeah, more than happy to accept any mistakes the other side has really been made. No problem. You turn it over, we'll take that, and we'll use it to expand our lead.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it. And if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Ryan. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. The 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. And what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here he's just waiting the quarterback's eyes the entire way. Makes a great play on the football and turns it into 6.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now Ryan on first down. He'll find his man. That's Taylor again. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 26 big yards on that one. It's another first down. Now a timeout called for by the defense, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Now Ryan. Tries the right side, finding Woods here. Touchdown Colts. Jelani Woods as the first half is winding down. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. This caught left side by the tight end Parham.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
A final shot before the break for Herbert. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. There'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash.
Hopkins' kick is good.
And that will do it for this first half.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan.
They'll get that one to Taylor complete.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Taylor.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
Here's Ryan. And Woods has it complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Ryan.
Looking for Pearson. He's got him. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
A 5-yard touchdown catch. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
To throw forward is Ryan. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Colts are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. With the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, LA. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
And he will get into the end zone. So the lead stretches from 9 to 11. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they have done themselves absolutely no favors to earn a win today in this one, Charles. The turnover woes continue. On that last drive, they had that fumble that led to a touchdown.
And Brandon, I would say they have a mission on this drive, and the bottom line is protect the football. Just put together something that they can let the last drive go. Yeah, it was a bad play. They gave up points, but that doesn't mean it has to go that way the rest of this ball game. Do what you do best on offense and try to put the ball in the end zone yourself.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Ryan's throw caught by Pierce. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. To throw again on 2nd down. Ryan throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. On 3rd down, Ryan. He's got it. And the Colts are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Taylor fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Here's Taylor again, and he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Colts have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. They'll try and throw for it. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He's at the 40. Past the 20. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Chargers. A big-time special teams play here in the fourth quarter to extend their lead.
And coaches preach it all the time. If you can score on special teams, your chances of winning the game really jump up in a big way. Now, I'm not letting our analytics friends quantify it and give us the exact numbers, but that's what coaches talk about all the time. That extra momentum, that extra bounce you get from a special team score.
I don't have any analytics friends. Those are your friends.
I'll claim them.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. Second down, another run with Taylor. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. First and 10, Taylor now. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. From the shotgun, Ryan. And he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And 3rd and 8 now.
And we're definitely getting towards the point of the game where not getting a lot of yards is secondary to keeping the clock moving. I mean, to me, that's a double win defensively. Short gain and some more time off the clock.
This offense so far on 3rd down, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now Ryan. And that is incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Here we go. It's Ryan on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a set.
And I keep a degree. You can label me a Huey P. Made a martyr out of Martin, out of Malcolm, out of Mecca. I refuse to let these dirty devils make Michael a beggar. A hero CEO, I will go make Edo for my people. Give me liberty or death, that is my credo, not my ego. Dressed in a tuxedo, into party, alter ego. Killed your leader in gazebo, did it for the people. Love what motivated, I did not do it for hatred. But I truly hate the devil, I cannot debate or fake it. I was asked a question and the asker thought it hard. If I was facing death and I could ask one thing of God, I would ask for every to be free here and abroad. And to be rightfully celebrated as a child of God. And to be rightfully celebrated as a child of God.
Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Our own kind took nip from us. Money still reading God we trust. Truthfully, we envy, so why we so envious? And why our own kind envy us? Mark said it's hard, but we gotta keep our head up. Going even though we know we fed up. It's hell attention, cause we ain't careful where we all pay attention. I need all my real soldiers on the front line, fighting for the right just one time. So unstoppable together at the same time, with the same mind. Yeah, we're born to be high and always above what's beneath us. So every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto need a black superhero.
I'm talking bulletproof kind of suit, reflect the struggle that they put us through, with the strength to fight the power like to be a dude, with the insight to be equal.